Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Luke chapter 2. And it says, in those days, a decree went out from Caesar Augustus that all the world should be registered. This was the first registration when Quirinius was governor of Syria, and all went to be registered, each to his own town. And Joseph also went up from Galilee, from the town of Nazareth to Judea, to the city of David, which is called Bethlehem, because he was from the house and the lineage of David, to be registered with Mary, his betrothed, who was with child. And while they were there, the time came for her to give birth. And she gave birth to her firstborn son and wrapped him in swaddling cloths and laid him in the manger, because there was no room for them at the inn. Verse 7, up into the comma, I mean, that's what we get. The time came and she gave birth to her son, wrapped him in cloths, and laid him in a manger. You know, we hear throughout this time, Jesus is the reason for the season. And yet we miss that, I think, at times. The other day, Tori and I went out adventuring, went into Costco to look for one thing that we had seen before. Wasn't about Christmas. It wasn't about any of that. And yet it was wall to wall people. Just the lines were outrageous. Just, and all these people, and you see them looking through all these things, and they all had this look, this glazed over, thumbing through everything, looking for the perfect gift, looking for the right color, the right size, and oh my goodness. And you could just see it in their face. It was not joyful in this last minute rush to get a gift for whoever it is they were looking for this gift. So here we are on Christmas Day, and I just want to remind you that God sent us the perfect gift. It wasn't all he could find. It wasn't like, oh my goodness, I hope it fits. Do you think they would like it? Kind of crush, okay? More than he can afford, but that's all I can find, and I'm out of time. Gift. We chose this year not to do gifts. So many years you get caught up going, well, I have to find them something. And I didn't want anyone to get something that because they thought they had to. Okay. Now, Grandma and Papa, we found some fun stuff for the boys, grandkids are off limits with that, right? Because it was joyful to do that. And, it was freeing. I wasn't caught up in who I had to get something for, that had to, and yet in John, it tells us that God so loved the world that he sent his only son. He didn't say I had to, I had to send him a gift. I had to give him a gift. I didn't want to be part of that. I wanted to focus on that it's all about Jesus. Jesus is the ultimate gift. And yet the birth of Jesus is less than a full verse. Time came, she gave birth to her son. And that's what we get about Jesus's birth. We don't know if it was, anything about the birth. Us women, we all like talking like, oh, it was this. But we're in line to pay at Costco, and literally we were probably in line for 15 minutes to check out at Costco, and we had a handful of things, but it wasn't about finding the perfect present for anyone, because ultimately the perfect present for each and every one of us has already been given, and that's Jesus Christ. So as we celebrate the fact that he came because God loved us so much, that he gave his only son right on time, perfect size, just what we need is Christmas. The perfect gift has already been unwrapped, has already been presented. So I pray that you would focus on Jesus today. I don't know what you got going on. I got a bunch of people coming over because my husband is cooking. He's cooking all kinds of stuff. The menu keeps getting bigger, and so does a group of people coming, which is awesome. I love to share meals with people, you know, and it is all about Jesus. Wonderful counselor, mighty God, everlasting Father, Prince of Peace. And may you feel his peace, regardless of what you're going through, alongside of what you're going through. I know so many of you have lost dear ones this year. And we're facing the holidays, and it's not easy facing holidays after such huge losses of our hearts. Know that you're loved beyond measure, and the gift of Jesus Christ and the peace of who he is, I pray that would bless you today. So Merry Christmas. Merry, 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 Merry Christmas.